A Christchurch resident who lost his home in the Port Hills fire earlier this year says his house may have been saved had it not been for a chairlift at the nearby Christchurch Adventure Park. Videos emerged today showing the chairlift continued to run, seemingly dripping flammable material from the plastic chairs throughout the hills. Kieran Gray says the video shows smoke rising to the top of the ridgeline, with his home and neighbouring properties engulfed in flames, and the chairlift should have been stopped. A short time ago, he described to me the events of February the 13th.
It was horrible. We were evacuated that afternoon as the fires came closer and closer. We expected, some people to turn up and help, but obviously it was too late. We had called 111 to get some guys up there to, hopefully help us. But it took an hour and a half for anyone to get to our place. And when they did, they ran out of water. So yeah, it's just a bit of a shame. So in the months since the fires, we've been trying our best to get as much information together to try and get a clear idea of what happened, and at least try and find out when our house burned down. And as part of that process, we sort of found these videos and came across this video showing the chairs on fire.
When you were evacuated that night, did you ever have any thought that your house might go altogether?
No, not at all. I mean, when we were evacuated, we only took a change of clothes thinking we'd be out for a night or two. We'd never think that it would have been let to get so close to our place and then, finally destroy it. So when we arrived back the next day to see, nothing standing there, it was a bit of a shock. And
how long was it till you actually found out that your house had gone?
To this point, no one from the council or the fire service has approached us to tell us that our house burnt down or when it burnt down. It was our own. It was ourselves who went back there and looked from the hill across, and we could see that our house wasn't standing there anymore. Nor was our neighbour's place, and nor was 4 others on our hill.
So no one's ever officially let you know. You just kind of figured it out for yourself. I mean, I'm sure it was obvious.
It was obvious when you could see a burning pile of nothing sitting where our house used to be. But no one from the council or from the fire service has ever approached us to tell us when our house burned down.
And what about your neighbours? Have they been sort of officially told?
No, same story for them. There's been really a lack of communication or any sort of information. So in the months since, we've been submitting numerous official Information Act requests to try and get any information we can from the fire service about what went on. And like I said, during that process is when we came across these videos, and it was just an absolute shock.
And what have you been able to achieve through those OIA requests?
So they've given us a timeline from when we initially called for help to when the first appliances arrived to our road. That was an hour and a half, and then they gave us a bit of a general picture of when the guys had arrived at our property, started fighting the fire, when the council fire hydrants ran out of water, when the fire service left, and then when finally the house burnt down from a helicopter report.
And what else do you want to find out?
We want to find out why the adventure park left the chairlift running during the fire. The first day of the fire, the adventure park was evacuated and no one was allowed in there. So we were pretty confused to see why the chairlift was left running. So I understand that they left it running to limit damage to the main line, but they left the chairs on the line, which eventually caught fire, and then brought the fire closer to our properties.
And what sort of response have you had in trying to find out that information?
We've been completely shut out by anyone at the adventure park or in the fire service. They keep going back to saying it's part of the official operational review. They're not saying anything until that's released. But to be honest, they're saying that report's not going to be released till October. We can't wait that long. We can't wait till October to know what we're going to do with our place, if we're going to rebuild or what. So it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to sort of be told, well, we're not telling you what's going on. So that's why we really want these videos to be shown so people can sort of find out and make their own opinions about what happened.
Have you had any insurance payments yet?
So we live on a 10-acre farm. So our house and contents were obviously covered by insurance, but as far as the rest of the property goes, we've had livestock, farm buildings, farm equipment, kilometres of fencing, numerous trees, which all isn't covered by insurance. So that's why, having seen these videos, we'll be requesting some some legal assistance to see if we can recover any of those costs as a result of the fire being spread by the adventure park.
Do you think that if the fire service had got there any earlier that your house could have been saved?
They would have had a chance, and we would have had a chance had we known the fire had becoming closer to put fire breaks in. I mean, we live on farms, we've got farm equipment and everything. We would have had a chance to prepare, not had 5 minutes for a policeman to tell us to leave and to only get a change of clothes. It was pretty hard.
Obviously that's some terrible and permanent damage that's been done and you can't get back, but I mean, what is your ultimate outcome from here on?
When our house went down, we were approached by the council and said we would be supported this whole time. But up until now, we've had nothing but resistance as far as getting any information through with regards to our calls for help, the initial fire response, or information about the water supply failures. So it's been pretty tough on us to, try and move on and sort our lives out again, having lost everything. At the same time, trying to find out exactly what went on and just having this resistance from the Selwyn District Council, the Christchurch City Council and the NZ Fire Service. It's been pretty bloody tough.
And Checkpoint has contacted the Selwyn District Council for comment, but we're yet to receive a response.